Welcome subscribers to the build tour of the base race challenge for July 2015, the military challenge. And behind me you see the second jungle. It's not the first. There's two actual jungles on this map. This is the second one. I decided to build in this little bay area here, which is not too far from, I don't want to spoil my build, so I'm slowly going. See, there's a pterodome. And so it's not too far from it, and it's very, very close to the cache location because I didn't want to travel that far this time. So let's get started. I'm going to get out of, let me turn around real quick. Well, let's do F5. There we go. Hopefully you didn't see it. But like I said, there's the pterodome. And the reveal is, there is my military base hangar. So I decided to build a Chinook helicopter from the Army, and let's get started. As you can see, I wanted to place myself here so you can see one of the first things that I did. This is a helicopter pad. I used the sand, the mossy cobble, the plain diorite, the plain andesite, some polished andesite, and the polished diorite, which is, I think we could use any amount, as well as the cobble. And although it wasn't required by the build, and I don't know if it'll disqualify me for using them, but I wanted to use the redstone lamps as a way to light up this at night, and hopefully the tour will get us into the nighttime. If not, I can hopefully maybe switch it to nighttime. Well, no, I can't because I'm not on a server. So we'll just have to wait for the night to come. And so I used the iron bars that were required here, and this is not all of them. Some of them are on the actual helicopter there. I wanted to set my redstone lamps there, as well as the usually what you see in a helicopter pad or airport. You see some regular lights going on. And I had to do a lot of terraforming in order to build this helicopter pad coming out of this area. I thought I built in a big enough area. In fact, I started with a bigger Chinook and had to change the size of it because it wasn't fitting in my hangar. And I'd already built the hangar, and so I was like, wait, I would have to destroy this whole thing in order to start again. So as you can see, I've used the glass, the bricks, and the stone bricks there. Here's the green wool, and I've used some black carpeting as my blades for my helicopter. I've used some hardened clay in the black color for the front of this, as well as for the tires. You'll see this on both sides, which is there'll be 6 of the 10 banners. This is a close approximation I could to the Army. There's an Army flag or emblem or patch that has a star in the middle, but these are the colors of yellow and black and white, and so I decided to use that. This is an approximation of the Army flag, the official Army flag. So you'd have to look it up to see why how it looks, and maybe I'll pop up a little flag in the edit so you can see what I was trying to match, and of course the US flag. So let's take a tour of the helicopter. As you can see, I used some iron there, and here's one of the, I think there was 3 iron doors or 5 iron doors, I can't remember. So here's one, and then there's one into the cockpit. So I have it on right now. You can use either button here, either a quick load or the permanent one, and I was doing it just kind of to add some accents and stuff. If you look at the Chinook, which I'll pop up a picture of it, you'll see that it has some odds and bits and pieces everywhere. It is a design by the individual that's name is now on the screen, and I did a few modifications on his design to change it. I had to kill a lot of spiders. If you see, there's webs underneath the carpet, and that's how you can get the carpet to suspend in air. And I wanted to have that nice thin blade look. I think he uses a half slab as a blade, and I wanted to use the black and the carpet as my blades. So here's a cockpit area with controls. and some other controls put in here. So you can see it has a good visibility from the pilot's view. Back here is where the soldiers would be loaded, and I think I probably put too many chairs. I think the back of this particular Chinook is to carry equipment, and they have this big huge door that comes up so that you can carry it. But here are two more of the flags of the there's 6 in front, and then these 2, and there's 2 more in the office. And the ladders are just for kind of like racks that they would put stuff on. Here's one of my pumpkin soldiers. I wasn't able to collect enough leather to get them all outfitted. I only was able to outfit one. It was hard getting drops of leather from the cows, and I just didn't have time to breed them. So he's checking to make sure everything is loaded and waiting to raise this platform that closes up the helicopter. So around the side here, let me just go to the front. Here are the other 3 flags, which are the same as the other side, to indicate this is an army hangar. Here's my TNT, my water. They're the emergency equipment in case somebody decides to attack the hangar and they have to blow it up in order to keep secrets from happening. And then water in case there's a fire. I also collected a lot of iron, so I created just some accents with anvils around, like workbenches. So here are the supplies for repairing a Chinook or building another. There's the windows, the sand. I just did it because I had extra sand from the front that I needed to use, so it can be considered some kind of other material that you would need to use. And here's some spare tires, a spare blade, and then some sheet metal here to repair anything that may have gone wrong with the helicopter's siding. You'll see 2 more iron doors on each end as rear access to the hangar. And again, here's a soldier working on the parts or the equipment here. And so I did go to the nether and get I was able to kill a couple of blazes and be able to build these little brewing stations to make them look like different kinds of things. Now, I was hoping to bring the entire map over, but somehow I lost 2 pieces of the map, so it's incomplete. But this is just to give me a guide to remember, and in fact, I think I have these wrong, don't I? That one should probably be on top. Let's see, this one is, I believe that one's second, and that one is the top. There we go, and then the last one, which they always disappear, and that's how I lost the other ones. And there we go. That's right. I've got it in order now. So I've shown you that I've used hardened clay for the tires and stuff, the cobblestone for walls, dirt. I had to use most of the dirt given to us to create that terraform that part out there for the helicopter pad. Of course, glass. You see glass in the upper parts, and I use glass in the office area, and I'll give you a tour in that in just a minute. Polished diorite, stone bricks. I'm trying to think. Oak logs are going to be in the office. Most of these other things. Oh, the dispensers, I did use them, as you can see, as the exhaust areas for this part right here is like I can't remember what they call it, but anyway, it's part of the helicopter area there. So I used the 2 exhausts, and I can't remember where I used the third one. I think at the very top, but I don't know if I can get to it. Let me see. Do I have any dirt? I do. So I can show you the top of it, and you can see what it looks like from here. So here's some more iron bars. Oh, there's the other dispenser. I used cobblestone and iron for the helicopter blade motors, and that was part of the design. I did use, I think he used slabs, and I used cobblestone fences. So those are a couple of the variations that I did on the original builder that did a video on this. Okay, so here's some more polished andesite, and in here is, of course, the coffee maker. Here's the last of the 2 flags, and of course the gold sword, which is kind of like an emblem there. And of course, here's the original flag is the one here on top. Map is the one here on top that shows the pterodome. I went ahead and wanted one that showed the hangar placement as it is in relation to the pterodome. So this is the little bay area where my hangar is. And then over here is a close-up of the area, which would be just south of the Pterodome, I think, because there's my map. But I wanted to show this because if you see on the top, this is where I used the jungle leaves and the oak leaves. I didn't have enough to kind of create it, but I wanted to use it as camouflage, so that if anybody was doing an aerial reconnaissance, they would not see the hanger. But hopefully it grows and it will completely cover that, so it cannot be seen. And I used an enchanting table as a way to kind of, this is kind of like the strategic plan area. I think it actually looked better. I had it down below the table, and actually I think it looks better that way, so I'll show you how I originally had it. I think it looks better this way. So it's kind of like a strategic table. They use a lot to use maps and different things, so I think it looks better like that. Here's another soldier, one of the, I believe, I can't remember, there's 4 pumpkins. Is it 4 pumpkins? 4 pumpkins. So I have 1, 2, 3, and then this is a soldier that's I can't remember what they call them, adjunct, or they help the colonel or the generals, you know, they're kind of their secretary kind of thing. So I was able to collect enough leather to actually make a chest plate, but I was hoping to do them all in green and have all the guys in leather, but not enough time and not enough cows, so that's the 4th guy there. I used the logs, as you can see, for part of the staircase and then for the roofing. Up here is kind of like the area where the pilots can, when they have to stay over, is kind of like just like a little kitchen, living room area where they can stay overnight. Here's the bunks. Oh, and here's the light. It's nighttime, so let's go outside. So there's the bunks for the pilots that have to stay overnight, or any of the soldiers that have to stay overnight. Okay, let's go out here, make sure, I'm sure there's a creeper ready to blow my place up. I'm going to go ahead and take a quick look, and then we'll go back into the room. I think I have access at the top, and I'll show you more about that. So let's head up to the top here, so you can see the lights up on the helipad. And there we go, see, so it's nice, all well lit to guide any of the helicopter pilots in from where they have. And you can see the Pterodome there too, it's nice and bright. I went ahead and lit this all up. There's a few dark spots like right here that needs to have some lighting, but anyway, let's go up and check out the rest of the hangar. So up here past the I keep thinking that's a skeleton every time I come in, because I do have skeletons spawning for some reason. I don't know why. So let's take another quick look. This is the bunks, of course. This is the place where they can put their stuff. And then this little couch. I meant to make a little TV, but most of the time it's just a short time that they're here. So up here is the kind of a storage area. There shouldn't be anything spawning, because this is the bottom block of their slabs, so don't have to worry too much about anything spawning. So I got some hanger lights to come down to light up the top of it, because, oops, sorry guys, hold on. And I just wanted to add that lighting to this. So if that's against the rules of using that, I'm not sure if it's part of the stuff that we can use for that's extra, because I know we can do some details, but anyway, I wanted to use that. And you can see there's some slabs there as part of the holder for that motor that's on the side of the Chinook. And I think that's about it. This is the kitchen. Oh, there's the final door. I think there was 5 doors, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see, let's go back over here. I think it was 5, yeah, 5 iron doors. So 2 in the back, 2 in the actual helicopter, and then 1 for the refrigerator door up there. And I still have the map, water bucket, dispensers, TNT. I think I've got all the banners, so I think everything. Oh, the gravel. I did not show the gravel, so let's go over here. I just did a gravel path along the side here that leads over to the back area, and then there is the cache location. So I have stairs going into that area right there. So in that mountain right there is the cache location. I think you can see it from the pillar that I created, so you can kind of get an idea where it's at. So we'll go up here. I made this pretty high so a lot of the mobs wouldn't get up on this platform as I was coming in and out. So that kind of helped. I guess I should have put lights up here, right? Because they could definitely spawn up here. So you can see that's the cache location right there on top of the mountain where the opening is. And all the little storages are right there in the center. And of course I lit up my roof over there so nothing would spawn on the roof line, because I did them in square regular blocks. I didn't do steps, so I had to light it up because I wanted to use the as you can see, all the, actually I think I have, do I have a roof? We might go ahead and take a trip over there to the top of the roof so you can see that. But you can see the leaves up there that I placed on it, and so I had to use full blocks, and that's why I lit it all up to make sure that mobs didn't spawn out there. So let's go ahead and take a quick look there up on the roof. I think I still have access to it. If not, I just need to break one particular block and get up there. So yeah, that's my military build. I really enjoyed it. I liked building this. I've never built a vehicle I've built, like, I guess some cars and stuff sometimes. I think I did build a car, but it was fun building this. There's actually a larger one, and that I tried to, like I said, try to get in here, but it was way too big, so I wasn't able to do it. So let me get my pickaxe so we can go up here. I didn't do a, I guess I should have put a trap door there, but you can see I was hoping that the 2 stacks of leaves would go further, but they didn't. But I'll just pretend I added vines here so I can do the camouflage on the roof so it cannot be seen from enemy aerial. Because there's a lot of enemies out there. You can tell there's tons of creeper enemies out back. Definitely a dangerous place to be, so we need to be camouflaged as much as we can. Okay, so let me put this back up. We'll go down here, and Bad Horse helped a lot because I was able to collect a lot of I almost took him to the Nether, but I didn't. I was afraid I was going to lose him, but he certainly helped when I was looking for leather for to do like I said, I was hoping to get all these fully armored up, but not enough time, and I'm supposed to stay off the computer because I have an eye issue, so I couldn't spend as much time as I wanted to here. So here we go. Here's the sun rising. Perfect end to our tour. The sun rising and getting ready to take off in my helicopter. So if you like this build, and not the back of my head, if you like this build, be sure to hit that like button and be sure to hit the subscribe button for next month. I'm not sure what it is, they haven't announced it yet, but I will be participating again, hopefully, if my doctor gives me the clear that I can do a little bit more on the computer. And until then, guys, see you in the YouTubes. Bye!